Teflon Don.
As you guys start going up these stairs, the stairs actually squeak in protest with each subtle step. You see, as you head up, Salt, there's a landing to your left at the top of the stairs, but it appears to be occupied by a suit of armor. The suit of armor is holding a long sword facing downward. It looks spectacular, but it seems like it's more decorative than functional. The suit is actually being held up by a wooden stand. It's in front of a large window where you can also see the miasmic energy dancing around. Other than that, you have another door to your right that's partially open and one to your left.
As they're walking up, I'll take a closer look at their armor and wait for them, everybody to come back in the stairs before we decide which way we go.
Okay, so why don't you guys move up the stairs and the landing and decide where you're going to go.
I'll take a closer look.
I'm going to look at the base, like the wooden base, see if it opens or something.
Yeah, this one. You can make a perception roll. 16 is your DC.
That is a 12.
Right, the base looks like a normal wooden base that this decorative suit of armor is on.
When I going up the stairs while I pass by, does it look like it's connected to the base, like held down?
Now, as far as you can tell, you probably can move it, but you don't know because there is a wooden rack on its backside. So.
Oh, the armor looks decorative, or just the sword?
The sword too.
Okay.
Anyone want to get adventurous and crazy and touch thing?
This one?
Yeah, that touches
it.
You actually touch it?
Yeah.
All right, nothing happens. It actually rocks back and forth a little bit.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm gonna get up a little bit closer to it.
Okay. And what are you going to do when you get close to it?
Can I examine it to see if there's any
Make an investigation roll.
back here?
16 or higher.
16 investigation. That's a 16 on the 14 on the die. 2 for investigation.
That is
16.
perfect. Looking inside the visor of the armored helmet, you can see what appears to be a scroll in the neck piece inside the armor. The only way to get to it is to lift up the helmet.
We have a mage hand right about now.
I am going to just sigh and go, dumb things I do, and lift it up.
And you see a scroll with a black ribbon inside the neck piece of the armor, the chest plate, where you can just reach in and pull it out. Okay? Nothing happens with the armor, it doesn't come attacking you and nothing. It's just a decorative suit of armor.
Whew, that's a breath of good air.
Alright.
And I look at the scroll.
It is a scroll of Bane. You can only use it one time. Up to 3 creatures you see within your sight, or they have to make charisma saving throws, plus the caster's modifier. When they fail, any attack or saving throw they do, they have to roll a 1d4 and it's negative, subtracted from the roll.
Definitely not for me. This is something for a better magic user than I am, because I am.
Salt is raising his paw.
I can cast that spell. Yes.
Cast it. I have another person that can't cast it.
Well, I don't have it prepared for today, but it is one that is known.
Then here you go.
Okay, it's called a Scroll of Bane. You can only use it one time.
Actually, I have a
3
card.
creatures that you can see that are in range.
It's the opposite.
Opposite of blessed.
Sparky's just going to take his hammer, start twirling it around, and spending some time casting detect magic, just
Yeah, you detect magic pulsating from both sides of the stairwell, the wall to your right and the wall to your left. Very powerful magic. This game, the doors are closed.
Okay. Do we want to go left or do we want to go right?
Good adventurers go left.
Good. That works for me.
I'll walk up to the door.
Which door?
Here's the real question. Whose left are we going on?
I'm gonna go with Yeah, Alan.
Are we splitting party?
Oh, I thought you gotta remember we're flipped, so
You're left, that stays left, right?
We can go that way. That's cool.
yeah. That's what I was just asking. Like, which left are we going?
So the one that's creeped over. Getting close. Can I hear anything inside?
Which door?
The one that's open.
Make a perception roll. This is a high one of 18 from where you're at.
That is a 16.
No.
I rolled 8.
You did.
I did.
There's a slight breeze coming down this corridor. You also think you hear the sound of crackling fire and wind blowing against windows. It's very soft and subtle. No one really can pick up on it, but since you were listening earlier.
Do I need a check or a trap?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good.
Take that piece out. All right.
It's windy, there's a crackling fire.
There's a long corridor that goes down at the far end. As he walks in, to your right, you hear what sounds like a fireplace behind a closed door. In front of you is a door that's slightly open, leading to another room, and there's a breeze coming in from that, and you hear the subtle sounds of wind tapping on a window.
So good adventurers go left.
Okay, yeah. I'll follow behind.
Same here.
I'm gonna take out of curiosity, listen to the door as I go by the one that's closed.
The one that's closed? Okay, make a perception roll.
Oh, 16, 18.
It's just the sound of crackling fire. It's a very pleasant sound.
Any keyholes?
There's no, it's unlocked.
What did you say?
Any keyholes?
Keyholes.
Oh, okay, that's not what I heard.
He said it was unlocked.
Unlocked, yeah. There's no keyhole at that door.
I'll take a listen at this
Yeah, I think we heard the same thing.
door. Well, you went to this door. I thought you went to this
Yeah, I went to that door.
Went to this door.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Ah, natural 20 for a 24.
Whoa, nat 20! You're listening and you clearly hear the sound of wind blowing on a window or windows. There's a breeze coming in. It's like almost if it was an outdoor breeze.
When we were outside before, was there a breeze?
Yeah,
Okay.
he had felt this breeze.
Okay. I don't remember. Seems to go outside somehow. Shall we look?
Definitely.
Why not? Yeah.
Well, hey.
Okay.
Saul, just walk in.
This is an open, airy bedroom. The wind from outside of this balcony door is the whistles, and it taps to get your attention. You sort of peek inside to this large room. There's a canopy bed with rich scarlet curtains. To your right, there's a jug and wash basin standing on top of a dresser with lots of drawers. There's also a fluffy orange cat napping on a scarlet easy chair in the corner of the room. One wall, though, has a massive painting of a large black pirate ship with black sails and a single white flag with a black hand in the middle. On the dresser, you do see there is a small folded piece of paper. It's on top of the dresser. And balcony doors open up to what appears to be a small balcony that overlooks the arena.
I have detect magic on, so.
Here.
I'm gonna pet the cat.
There's no magic in the here, but there's a lot of magic in the past, which you're against compared to fireplace.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go and pick up the letter on the paper on the dresser.
Okay, go across the room.
For giggles, I'm going to accept it. Doesn't look me either.
So what did you say?
Accept it.
Nothing happens. You go across the room and there is a letter. You're going to read this to yourself and then eventually read it to the group.
I bet the cat.
Okay. You go over to this cat and you start petting the cat. The cat, like the other one, pops its ass up in the air. And you notice this cat that likes you was on top of another book. A gold book. And it's the same one like you guys have been looking at. And on the spine is the letter E. E for energy, E for elephant, E.
So we got I-R and E.
Seeing they got this, I'm gonna go towards the magic.
The other room?
Yeah. I want to open the door.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Because, you know.
In that room, you guys are at the bedroom. The balcony doors are fluttering. The wind's almost trying to get your attention to even open up the doors. Okay. You're out in that room, so is you. So right now in this room, it's just Salt and Alan. I'll go back to you two guys. You guys step out. There is a door in front of you. You hear the faint, subtle sound of crackling fire in that room.
Whereabouts is the magic coming from? Here, there.
You can't tell with that door closed.
Okay, I go to open the door.
Ooh, here we go.
Put the letter in my pocket.
Sparky's last words.
I was about to say, it's fine.
Hey,
This is a very homey place.
Oh, hey, look, I think I found your dragons.
each corner of this parlor has a scarlet armchair and a reading table piled high with books. And there's a cherry fireplace burning in the corner. You also notice that there are a pair of beautiful, stunning swords sitting on a rack on top of the fireplace. Beautiful silver rapiers. A note to the door to the side it reads, "Look, but don't touch. Blood always stains the carpet." You also notice there are lots of stuffed animal heads, trophies on all the walls, and the animal heads slowly turn and look in both of your directions. There's a stag, a wolf, a periton, a hellhound, and a black dragon wormling. And all looking in your direction, their eyes are fixated on you two at the doors. You can stop and go to the other two.
Oh, this should be fun.
Yeah. Okay. So, you two are in this room. What would you like to do?
I turn, intending to read the letter to the rest of the party, and notice that only Salt is in the room. And
Okay.
They went that way.
do you want to know what's in the letter?
Sure.
This is attitude.
Do not go in the room.
Eventually, I'd like you to read it out loud.
I will. While he's looking at it, I'm going to rifle through the bed, see if there's anything hidden under the mattress or under the pillows or anything.
Looking under the bed, you find nothing of interest. There's no dust, no hair balls, nothing. You see occasional strand of cat hairs, but nothing other than that.
So I take the letter back, and I'll walk out into the hallway. Oi! Would you like to know what's on here?
I will put my hand on the black handprint on the painting.
Okay.
We here.
No, I walk to the hallway.
What you got?
You put your paw on this pirate ship. I need you to make a history check. 10 or higher, you get advantage.
Four.
What did you do?
Damn, that's some good information. You think you recognize this ship and that Jolly Roger. You swear you just can't put your finger on it. At that moment, the balcony doors fly open. A breeze comes into this room, and you hear something faint in the distance in the void. From where you're at, you really can't hear it. It sounds different than anything outside.
So I see him put the hand on the painting, and I kind of cock my head a little bit. Think about the piano in the other room, and walk over and I try it too.
You put your hand on that painting. Nothing physically happens. You can make a history check. You will not get advantage on this. It's 10 or higher.
13.
Okay. Your attention gets turned to the balcony doors, but immediately Alan stands next to you. Alan, that black pirate ship with the black sails, with the white banner, comes to your attention. You remember stories about a black pirate ship called the Lost Hope. And the captain of the Lost Hope is a captain by the name of Ignacio the Black. Out of of all the pirate ships and all the tales of swashbucklers, all fear the stories of Ignacio and the lost hope. In fact, many mariners know that if they're out at sea and they see the black sails and that white banner approach in the water, they know they'll never see land ever again. Ignacio is legendary, he's infamous, and dangerous.
As you tell Saltus, he's like, "Ah, yes, we tell men. Remember now the stories.
Now you remember the stories,
We
yes,
say
very clearly.
as we drink. Stories of home, stories of fear."
Okay. You've noticed that the balcony doors are open, and you two hear something outside in the void. You don't know if it's voices or a chorus, but the only way to hear is if you guys go outside. So I'll let you two think about it. I'm going to go to you two now.
So he handed us the paper, the note, right?
I was going to read it to you. I handed it to him, he gave it back to me. I told him to, Boyd, he wants to see this.
Yeah.
So you guys can go into that room with them, or you guys could go venture into this room.
Let's close the door in this real quick and see.
The dragon.
I see what it is. Dragon, it'll be fine.
I say in Draconic, we'll be back.
All right, so when he closes the door, you don't get to hear your response. So go back to the bedroom. You were all together.
And so I'm going to read the letter.
All right.
Our affair had to end, for my life is research, and his is the sea, my beloved mariner, so strong and yet so gentle. In an attempt to sustain his age and beauty, I gave him a portrait of himself painted on a magical canvas. He will never age, he will never fall ill. As long as his painting isn't destroyed, my darling swashbuckler will never die. May the tides of love unite us. We will meet again, my dearest Captain Ignacio. We will meet again.
So if painting is destroyed, pirate dies.
Yeah.
Should we take painting with us?
Yes. Wait,
We don't have the painting.
where's the
Right there.
She gave the
No,
painting to him.
It's a painting of
him.
Of his visage.
Oh, my bad.
Almost like a Dorian Gray.
Yeah, that's very much.
Does this place have an attic?
Yeah, it's a basement.
We're not going to the basement yet.
I don't think anyone ever mentioned that.
That's just where Dorian Gray
As they're reading that, since Saul already read the letter, he'll walk over to the balcony.
They announced to so what's up there?
There's a noise. I am curious. Hasn't killed me yet.
That's right. I can guarantee you there's one room in here that curiosity is waiting for you.
Sparky runs over to the saw and says, there was a dragon, black dragon head in the other room. Oh, we need to go quick over there. Now, check it out.
Right now?
I mean, quick.
Yeah, we will. Next.
Okay. Anybody else going to go outside with Salt?
I will as well. Let's bring this.
Slide his character. Are you going to go outside? Or are you standing by the
No,
door?
Saul will go outside, yeah.
So,
I'm on this hill.
all right. So put everybody out except for Alan.
Yeah, I'll go with.
Put all characters outside. Okay. This actually balcony is above the arboretum. From where you're at, you can sort of hear the faint sounds of the fairies below. Sounds like a lot more than even last time. But all around you is the miasmic energy. But what catches your attention, somewhere in the void, you hear the sad song of pirates. And as the shanty in the void is being sung, far in the distance, slowly approaching this manor, a white sheep slowly approaches. It gets closer and closer as it dances in the wind to this shanty that you hear from an unknown location in this void. The sheep gets really close to the balcony. Maybe one of you guys can grab it, but this is a high dexterity roll.
I'll give it a shot.
Well, you said it was high up.
It's high up, it's like a wind. It's a sheep. It's floating, it's getting
What if
closer.
I cast?
Maybe if I guide you. As I cast guidance.
Okay.
The number is 16.
21.
Ooh! door. You reach out. You actually grab this sheet and you pull it in, opening it up with both your hands. The white sheet has a large black hand in the middle.
When the flag run away or something like that.
Yes, this is the Jolly Roger of the ship.
And when you grab that, this pirate shanty fades away like a distant memory.
I touch the hand on that flag.
It's a large hand. It's about the size of a pirate flag, Jolly Roger. It's massive. It's not a perfect hand. It almost looks like dripping paint of it. But this hand and the flag looks very reminiscent to the one you saw in the painting.
Any magic coming off of it?
No, but it's lots of magic over it. Yeah, lots of it.
So I'll fold it up and hang on to it.
Just put that in your inventory. And since it takes a second time, there's nothing else of value out there or in the bedroom.
Sparky, let's go get your dragon.
I'm first there.
Alright.
Creep open the door. We're back! And drop my mic. What's the answer?
No. Now the rest of you came into this room. You see these stuffed heads looking. They're almost animated as they look in your direction. At the far end of this very quiet, warm room, at the top of the fireplace are two beautiful rapiers with silver blades facing upward on a wood rack.
I do, as I go by, sign says, don't touch.
There's also on one of the chairs in the left-hand corner of the room, you see a golden book sparkling from the flames of the hearth.
We got another book.
Well, we gotta go get it.
The eyes are still watching all of you from these weird animal heads.
I'll walk over there and read the spine of the book.
Okay, and put your character over there.
I go towards the black skull dragon.
Salt.
Look up at it.
Oh, look at the swords.
Alright, and
This is not to touch, but I look up.
there's a sign on the door that says, look but don't touch. Blood always stains the carpet.
It's not like it's a riddle.
I look at the carpet.
Okay.
Is there blood?
It looks like, make a perception roll. I can't really tell you. Maybe it's wrong. 12 or higher.
It's 18.
The carpet is well maintained, but you see faint stains, brown stains, very light. Average person won't see it. If they're not looking for it, you can. Maybe it's pudding, maybe it's old blood. It's been cleaned up.
Can we lift the carpet and see if there's anything on
It's
it?
the entire room is carpet.
Oh, okay.
I go over there. This is gonna seem weird, but and I just make a little cut. I like take a claw, make a little drop of blood.
And it hits the floor. It spreads that little droplet. Nothing happens. Okay. So who was looking at the papers? You were? Anybody else with him looking at the papers?
Oh, no, me and him are looking through looking at the rapiers.
All three of you then.
No, I'm looking at these.
Oh, you're looking at the book.
Yeah.
All right, starting with the book. You see the spine of this book. It has the letter Y. Now, the two of you, standing there looking at these silver, beautiful rapiers. The craftsmanship is probably the finest you've ever seen in your lifetime. Each of you see your reflections in these rapiers. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws. DC is 16.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
19.
both of you, the room suddenly turns black, fades, except for the fireplace and these two beautiful swords that are above the fireplace. You see nothing else. You're in a daze, in an awe.
Oh, that's 19?
Oh, you got a 19?
Yeah.
Oh, not you. Okay.
Okay.
That's what you turn over and see Salt. Salt's eyes are no longer blue, they're white. As he stands, as Master Cat is sort of moving slow, like in a trance, staring at these two blades. The rest of you in the room, see he doesn't cast a shadow at all on the floor. It's dissipated. Salty?
I'm gonna go over to him and kind of shake you. I'm like, hey.
And you go to, when you put your hands on him, make a Constitution saving throw. 16 or higher.
That magic, by the way, where was that?
It's coming from the fireplace.
Yes.
What'd you get?
19 on the die.
Okay. You shake him, and suddenly you wake up from the trance. The room is now back into color, and you see the Ionis in front of you shaking you, this tiefling.
Yeah, we kept looking at that, and you went into some kind of weird.
So maybe
base. What did you see when you went swords?
Alan is the heads in the room, while still watching everyone in this room as well.
Okay.
So was it in the fireplace or was it in the swords?
The magic is coming from the swords.
So swords have some weird stuff on us. That's not good.
So you guys have the book.
Yeah,
You could safely leave, or you can be silly. So which it'll take you? I know the answer, maybe I don't.
Well, we fought everything before, so I'm quite sure.
So I look up the dragon again. I say in Draconic, can we take the swords?
Make a persuasion roll. DC is 14.
Well, persuasion -1. That's a 4.
Yeah, it doesn't. Its head is fixated on everybody by the fireplace. Doesn't talk. Sorry, bro. So, what are your options, guys? You got the letter.
I have the letter.
There's an ominous feeling about this room. There's a note on the door warning you guys.
what's the note say again? Look but don't touch.
Look but don't touch, because blood always stains the carpet.
You looked and it put you under a spell.
So we're already 1 foot in the grave. We looked. Good touch. I say 1 for each.
Where's the blood? And when you said I saw the blood stains, where is that?
Scattered about the room. It's very faint. It's very faded. No one else can notice it, but you do. So
Okay.
someone or something else was in this room that probably died.
Yes. No, maybe we just
I'm gonna
leave. You know,
slowly back out.
Sparky doesn't feel like dying today.
Or touch and run.
Sparky and Alan step out of the room, leaving Ionis and Salt.
I'm stepping out.
Salt, are you going to turn and look at those blades again?
Yeah, we'll look at it. Yeah, we'll look at it one more time, yeah. As he thinks about leaving.
Make another 16 Constitution saving throw.
I got an 18.
You fight off whatever magic entity or magic powers are trying to hypnotize you. Looking at the blades, they're almost like mirrors. They're so polished. You see your reflection in it. In the background, you actually see the door of your teammates sort of looking at you. But they look different. They appear dead. Their faces are decayed. Some of their eyes are sulked in with black rings under their eyes. Their clothing is all torn. Their armor is all rusted. They almost look like zombies in themselves. You sort of look back, they look normal. But you look back at the image in the blaze, the reflection, they look dead, undead.
Are you looking at that again?
What? Yeah.
You convey this to us.
I think they might be cursed.
Yeah.
In what way?
You felt strong with magic.
Yeah. No, they're definitely magic.
You guys look.
I think everything that we're
Doesn't
seeing
it
is
what
pretty
magic
much.
What do we look? What do they?
Like what type of magic is it? It is.
It does, but unfortunately the book did not put it in there, so.
Okay.
It usually does, it tells you.
Victoria.
School of Magic. It makes you look dead. Skeletal.
Oh, really?
The opposite of the painting, then. Or is it?
Painting.
The painting from the letter. Or is it like the painting? Is this really a Dorian Gray type of thing?
Those might be his swords, his pirate swords or so. So everything's kind of connecting to him in some kind of way.
Use the pirate flag to grab the swords.
You're right.
Like with in your hands.
You're right.
He seems like Alan thinks that's
Not saying you should, but
No, Alan thinks that's a phenomenal idea. He walks over and grabs one of the swords.
With your hand?
With the flag.
Okay, you start walking over. Push your character over, please.
I regret presenting that idea.
I know. I like that idea.
The two people at the door, that would be Ionis and you.
Yes.
Their heads are fixated, turning towards these two. As you quietly walk over, you step up, you take this large sheet, you put it over your hand, and you're going to reach up and grab the blade. And as your hand's about to touch, both blades levitate upward and start spinning around. Initiative. Blades are animated.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, Jesus. Get them out the way now.
Oh, that once. Oh.
Yeah, so that might need a bit.
Oh yeah, I need to get some notes. I know.
Look. Hey.
That's 20.
I have a 22 then. Yes.
23. You get 24.
I got close.
Ionis, Alan, myself. What did you get?
I got 16.
One. Ionis, Alan, the swords, Salt, and Sparky. This is going to be a tough one, guys. I'm just giving you something right now, okay? Let's go. Ionis, you're up. Look, don't touch. The carpet's about to get stained.
I'm gonna take out my short sword.
Count the boxes. No, you're outside.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so,
can't see him.
okay. So you have 5, 8, 30. Like right there. So you're out of range. You're out of range exactly.
Actually, put me here.
Thank you.
Anything else?
And
Or you can throw your dagger, or throw your sword.
I'm gonna throw a dagger with the one with the chain.
Your short hand will allow you to reach out and grab your dagger.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And after you by me.
Oh, that one. Is it really?
Yep.
Alright, who's next? Who's in front of you? Alan? Alan, roll the 10-sided die. 1 to 5, you're going to hit Alan, and you have to roll damage.
10.
Oh, it sells by. And you don't hit it, it goes right back. Alan, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to turn and run.
What's your disengage?
Yeah.
Okay, go. That's your action. Disengage. Oop, count it. 6. Right.
Yep.
Swords. Which the one? Number 1 is going to attack Salt and Teflon. Why even bother? That's just a say. Does a 8 hit you?
No.
Misses right. Oh wait, I didn't take 2 attacks there. So that's the attack. No, it does not. Number 2 goes up to Ionis. Does a 19 hit?
Of course. Here we go.
These are tough. There you go. And 8 points of slashing damage. Salt.
I'll swing at it.
What are you hitting it with?
Short sword.
Go for it.
15.
It parries and blocks it. You see some sparks fly.
I'll bonus action have the animated shield go up.
Nice. Alright. Sparky.
What are the heads doing?
Frantically moving around watching that. That's
That's it. Is there anything else?
it. You can go into the room and find out.
I'd rather just stay out here.
Yeah, right now you can't tell. It's like, value. You have the book. That's really what you guys needed.
Yeah, so I
I have a
What number?
2.
That's in your range, right?
Well, actually, 1 on salty, so.
Number 1?
60, I believe. Yeah, I got a range of 6.
Go for it.
Nope. That's 8.
That is a miss completely. Sails across the room. I own it. You're up.
Am I actually?
You can try to do it. Yeah, but I'm going to make it like as an attack for the grab because it's so thin and small. It's not like an average grab.
Alright.
So make the attack roll. You can use your modifier strength.
Let's see. Am I using athletics or just regular?
Whatever's best for you.
Oh, okay. Then that's a 17 altogether.
Okay. You reach up and you grab it and it starts fighting with you. What's your strength?
Strength is a 12.
20. It pulls out of your hand, flies out. Do it. You have to make a roll. Strength versus strength. Use your modifier. You can be 20 if you hold on to it.
Yeah, 20.
You did! So let's roll a 10-sided die. 1 to 10, we're gonna roll again. 6 to 10, or 1 to 5, rolling again.
6.
We're not rolling again. You're holding on to it. It's not gonna be attacking. So you have it grappled. Good job. Alan, you're up.
Oh, I'm on the move, actually. With it.
Okay, you know it's fighting you. You can feel it, but you're holding on to it.
I'm going to move this out the door. So,
Couches faces 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, right there in the doorway. Okay.
Sparky wants back.
So, it's going to try to escape your grasp. 16. What's your...
am I rolling? Or?
Yeah, roll. Strength against strength. It's going to try to escape. I rolled a 16. You have to beat that.
17 on the die.
Oh, it's trying, but... So yeah, that's its turn. Its action is it's trying to escape. It cannot. The other one is going to attack Salt. Teflon does a 9 hit you. He misses, and your animated shield comes to your defense. And it is Salt's turn.
Did I get it?
Oh, Alan, you're right. I'm sorry.
No worries. I'm gonna attempt to shoot the one in front of
Get a 1, please. At least you'll hit Alan. Right, Salt, rather.
That's a 20.
Nat 20! Awesome.
Doing it now.
Alright.
First off, what's the max damage to do whatever you're throwing?
It's a D8 plus. So 22 would be max damage.
The weapon itself you're hitting. What are you hitting?
It's a D8.
So it takes 8 right away.
Okay.
So let's see, it's not down. Okay, what else?
And
Roll your damage.
Okay.
Now it's double, whatever it is.
that's hilarious. 8.
It's bloody as chips of silver fall from the rapier itself. Okay, now it's Salt's turn. You saw pieces of the shards of metal falling off of it as it was attacking.
Oh, guess we're not keeping them. I'll do a attack with my short sword. 10, I think misses.
Yeah, you completely miss it. You're too fast.
Then bonus action, you make a proficient unarmed strike. So it's gonna be a +1 to hit. Let's see if it happens. Nope, that's a 6.
You missed that one. Sparky.
Seeing him fighting with the sword, I guess I'm gonna try to hit the sword real quick and do a shocking grasp.
Oh yeah. You gonna grab the sword?
No, but shocking grasp.
You're gonna take damage for the blade. If you hit, it'll take damage as well. His hand is grabbing the hilt. So
okay, so I can't safely.
Well, you can do not safely. You can do damage to it.
Then I just take a step back and I use a rock instead.
Go for it.
Hit it.
That is a miss. It sails off into the distance. Sparky, anything else?
If I'm holding it, is it still grapple?
Oh yeah, so you can tell it's fighting. You're holding on to
Would
it.
that be an advantage of hitting it?
Restraints is the advantage. Grapple just makes it so it can't move.
Good.
Ionis, you're up.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna bring it on outside. Put this. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Yeah. Now you take the rapier outside and stop struggling with you.
And I'm gonna stab it into the ground.
Okay. And it gets impaled into the ground. It shakes. Okay. Alan.
I'm going to attempt to shoot the sword again.
Okay, roll that one, please. That's the only way I'm gonna hit the freaking assault. Double ones!
It's 16.
That is a miss. That's a hard hit. Yes, it is. Sir, Salt, it's coming for you, sir. There's a 12 hit.
No.
Misses you completely. Let me see what else these guys. They get a +3 to hit. I'm sorry, those +1. There's a 14 hit. No. What hits?
19?
Foul language.
You're gonna
Yeah, and does a lot of damage, and full disappearance doesn't help me any. And okay, that's it. Yeah, that's its turn. Salt, you're up.
He hasn't been having luck hitting it, so he's just gonna try. He's gonna disengage, feeling agility out.
You step outside, the room door slams shut. Boom! And it falls quiet as a ball. The rapier that's in the ground suddenly collapses into millions of tiny pieces of shards. The hilt itself falls, and it turns to a rusted hilt. Doesn't look beautiful anymore.
I'm starting to notice a theme.
Don't touch the thing.
Don't touch the thing.
Even if you do touch the things, bring them on the outside. They're afraid to come on the outside.
Appears that most things in here are much older than they seem.
Yep. And I think the walls or the hallways, they don't like that. It ages them.
They come out of their spaces.
Yes.
They can't work it.
Yes. So push them out the door if we ever have any situation like this.
All right. The door's closed. You have one more door to go on this level. Of course, Salt.
Yep.
Untouchable.
So, heading that direction.
Try to roll dice again. I guess I'm thinking it's somebody else.
I'll save my last healing potion.
It's following right behind the Salt, the giant impenetrable wall.
I like playing high AC clerics for a reason.
Yeah, it's hard
I
to
should be a cleric one of these.
Clerics are fun.
Salt, you're at this door. You don't see any like lock or lock keyhole, so it's probably unlocked. Opening it up.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll let you.
Let's take that out. Most of this room is taken up by long wooden tables that are covered with glass vessels and many books. Cabinets with glass doors line the walls, and they contain all manners of specimens. And just below the ceiling, in the center of this room, colorful orbs are slowly dancing and circling around each other. There's also at the far end of this entire wall is a large painting taking up the whole of the stars, the constellations. The stars are represented by little dots. Others are circles. Above the door itself is a yellow sun. Another thing you notice on this entire wall, in the painting of the stars, there are 5 constellations, smaller than the sunburst, and they're silver. So,
Do we recognize any of the constellations?
you can make let's do a history check. DC is 14.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20! You can't really recognize the actual constellations, the 5 of them, but you know they're prominent planets. The one constellation you recognize is the sun that's above the door. All the other little stars that you see that are dots and circles, you really can't tell. There's so many of them. But the entire wall is painted to represent the stars. This entire wall.
And we see these orbs, right?
They're floating in the sky, and over there's a chalkboard with a lot of stuff written on it.
I'm gonna look at the
Let me go around the room, so we're going to start with you.
Yeah, so I go check out the research or whatever it is.
Okay, you stand there and look at it. It's lots of mathematical equations and formulas, charts, big brain. But there is a nautical map, and there's a writing next to a crude drawn pirate ship. And the writing reads, "The Sea Ferret's current location." You can give me an intelligence check to figure out the nautical location of the ship.
That is just an intelligence check?
Yes, that's a 10.
I got a 15 on that.
Perfect. Based on your knowledge of the sea, this is of the Sea of Swords, and the location of the ship is anywhere between the city of Waterdeep and Finback, the whale bones. It's a location in the middle of the Sea of Swords.
Okay.
Yeah, see, they actually have it right there. See Waterdeep? And somewhere between those two. That's the location. So it's called Seaferret's current location. Seaferret's current location. So it's near a city of Waterdeep, between the whale bones of Finback. Okay, sir. So,
Salt will look around on this table. Anything of interest?
yeah, there is. There are multiple books, but one book catches your attention. It is gold with the face of Morden Kanan on the cover. And on its spine, you find the letter T as in Tom. Okay.
Guys, I found a new book. It has teeth. Now, place to look back after.
So that's IREY.
Ionis. There's a door at the far end of the room. These orbs are floating around, all different colors, very slow like dance, like an intricate, beautiful dance you're doing.
You said there's like a mural on the back here?
Yeah, this entire wall is a painting of the nighttime sky. There's a door with a sunburst above it, and there are 5 constellations representing the planets.
From where I am, just looking at it, it's just like a minor illusion and like a small version of it.
Okay.
And just kind of put it like on the ground in front of us. And look, see if anything with them compares to anything that's to what we have on the ground. Like, kind of look between both.
That's clever. But unfortunately, you see nothing really that's going to help you out like that. That's pretty good.
Maybe range on like the painting.
I look at the other tables, the other books laying around, and see if there's anything of any interest.
There are some books of natural sciences, some books of astronomy, astrology, physiology, natural sciences, but nothing else other than those. Now, you have the orbs and you have a door, or you guys can go back out and go down to the lower levels.
Are the orbs arranged in a way to represent the constellations?
There's multiple orbs, so they're just floating around. There's like, I think 5 or 6.
Any certain constellation that resides over that location? Somehow? Under night sky?
So it's just a beautiful painting, like a mural somebody did on the wall. The orbs are just slowly dancing around each other, some getting high to the ceiling, some going lower. There's no pattern to their dance.
Can you push them?
You'd have to reach, you're too short.
That's it.
So we'll try is reach out and see.
You do, and your hand goes through one of the orbs. So it looks like an illusion.
They seem to be an illusion, like what you do.
I'll take one of the astronomy books.
Excellent.
As he's doing that, he'll then just kind of look at all the specimens and interest.
Yes, these specimens range from skulls and bones, some mounted stuffed animals, rocks, minerals, and some dried plants. You also see some measuring devices, glassware, beakers, and some other scientific apparatuses that you're really not familiar with. So.
What is this here?
That is a gas lantern.
Oh, gas lantern.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the, some chalkboards flip around?
There's nothing on the other side. It does. It's nothing. And for the the sake of time, right now there's nothing else of value in this room other than the far door, if you choose to, or you can go downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the room. Well, that's what I'm gonna check for traps at that.
Perception roll, please. This is 12 or higher.
Perception, so higher. Nope, 9.
And you don't notice any traps whatsoever. So
Seems good.
Yeah. Oh, your hands are really.
yeah, you can move that piece up.
They're also probably twice the size of yours.
This door actually opens up to a dark, open, grassy field at some unknown location. There's a night sky, crystal clear with all the stars and constellations above. Insects sing into the night, and there's a pleasant breeze that brushes past all of you into the laboratory you were just at. You see 5 golden telescopes of bronze pointing up at the stars above. In the middle of these telescopes, there is a crystal ball sitting on top of a bronze stand. Looking all around this open field, obviously this is somewhere inside the mansion. And all around is darkness and shadow, as far as you can see.
Sparky wants to run up and look through one of the telescopes.
What's your character? Show me which telescope.
He used to use telescopes all the time. I've seen this one. Maybe they have to do with the painting.
You reach down, you look. Are you looking through it?
Yeah, I'm looking
Where are you looking? Which direction?
Whatever it's whatever it was first.
You see it's looking up at the sky. That's all you can see right now.
Okay, then I'll swivel it around.
All right, make a perception roll, please. It's 12 or higher.
8.
Nah, yeah, you just see multiple stars, and they're beautiful. Doesn't do any good. Salt.
Salt will go into this one, and he's looking for something, either something that's matching the orbs in here or the constellations.
You're gonna do 12 or higher with advantage.
21.
See a star that resembles one of the 5 constellations on that wall. And when you look up, the rest of you notice the globe in the middle, the crystal ball, begins to get brighter. Light illuminates from it.
I'll go to.
Let me go to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't know what you just did, but it's doing something.
Find the stars that match.
Oh, okay. I'm still place down in minor illusion of what I have, and go to.
Minor illusion is going to be 12. Since you have that, and it's clear as day, you're going to get double advantage. So you're going to roll 3 20-sided dice. And 12 or higher. Okay.
Here's my phone. Searching for you. Alright, 15 plus perception?
Yes. Oh, you got it.
18.
You see a second shape, a constellation that resembles on your map that you created. The orb grows brighter.
I'm gonna go in and try the same thing and go to the far this one over here.
You studied the map, and you're going to get advantage. So go ahead. Yeah, you got it. It grows even brighter. You're getting an idea. You see
I
everybody.
look at the map that he just put down on the ground. Yeah.
You get advantage. Which? Where are you at? The same one.
Same one, yeah.
What was it?
Advantage 12.
13.
You do it, and now the globe is really glowing bright. But there's one more telescope. Salt.
The left telescope.
You also will get double advantage because you're familiar to what you're looking for. So 3 20-sided dice, 12 or higher.
Unnatural 20. Hey, I got 2 sevens on one.
At that last moment, the orb glows bright. Super bright, where a beam of light shoots out across the open field, and a magic door appears, floating in the air, about half a foot off the ground, and it hovers. All around you, you think is wooded areas, but you can't tell. It's all dark except for this door that just appeared. So you have an option. You can go to that door, or you can leave and go down to the level.
Seems like
I'll go to that door.
I want to see what's on the door.
I'll go to that door.
Be a secret.
Let's do
And on the door it says curiosity, really big on it.
Oh.
Salt just dies.
Wait. It's just curiosity.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Just before you go to the door, I'm gonna take out. How much will I do it? Just maybe all paranoid by the door as it is anyhow. I'm gonna just take out a dart and I'm gonna throw a dart at the door because you.
Nothing happens.
Okay. All right.
I almost killed the cat.
You opening it up?
Yeah.
All right, let's move that piece up, please.
Oh, you can open it.
Thank you.
I guess you guys want to come to me.
Yeah, well.
Now, this room is actually bare, except for one large bookshelf. It's covered with chains, and it's against the far wall. There's actually a plain wooden bench in front of the bookshelf. There's a wooden table. There's a golden book on top of this wooden table in front of the bookshelf. It's etched into the ground, as if somebody used a dagger, the words that say jealous and protective appear.
Jealous and protective?
Jealous and protective. You clearly read it on the floor, carved in over here. And all the books on the shelves have chains attached to them. Lots and lots of chains, dozens of them.
But not the golden book?
Not the golden book. Now, the golden book, unfortunately, the spine is flush against all the other books with the chains.
What did we see with chains? We saw something with chains. Was it a dragon? The green dragon? Or
Yes.
was it? Okay.
This is a high perception roll, but if somebody gets 16,
I'll roll it. And I got a 23.
God damn, you're not playing with me anymore, bro. Done. You could watch. You could sit in the corner. I'll give you some candy.
You can't break up the salt and
Christ.
spark and
What'd you
connection.
get?
That is a 5 plus 10.
6.
You guys got to buy this guy lottery tickets or something. All right.
Let him buy us lottery tickets.
know, right?
The first thing you notice is that these books are chained to keep people from stealing them, right? And the desk that's propped up against the bookshelf is primarily used to pull the books out and read it at that point. The chain's length doesn't look like it can go really far. But you do notice all around the floor and the walls, you see lots of divots, all different sizes and shapes throughout the floor and all of the walls of this room. It's very subtle. Now, most people won't pick it up, but you did.
That's not much fun.
You know of traps, right?
Yeah. Did we just walk in?
I'm not sure. And I'll like point you towards the small divots.
I'm gonna check.
Do you know?
Yeah, just in case.
You gonna make the check for his traps?
Yeah.
Okay, make the roll. Your DC is gonna be 14.
14. That's a 2 plus.
Yeah, this sucks. You don't really see any traps. So,
Maybe if we sit so we read, if we take it.
Maybe we could read. Like do something subtle.
I'll sit at the desk.
you sit at the desk, you guys hear the scraping sound of wood on concrete. You sit down, and in front of you, all these silver chains just dangling like necklaces attached to the spines of numerous books on this very impressive bookshelf. And in front of you is this golden book, but the spine is flush against all the books and chains.
I'll take the golden book that I am carrying. One of the golden book I have. Trading.
Oh, it's a Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nothing happens as you hold that book and sit trading.
I'll put it
Next to it,
next to it, spine spacing backwards. I'm gonna slide it over.
the bastard, you see his backside as he's sitting there, and the cat is moving this book very cautiously to the side. He doesn't happen to notice the books open up and a big mouth appears. Roll for initiative. This book is actually the bookshelf. The bookshelf itself is a massive. All the chains start dancing around on its tongue, like octopus tentacles, with books flailing attached to it. Very dangerous. So,
So was the golden book fake?
the golden book is real.
Okay.
It's still sitting there, but he was slowly moving it, and then this shit happened. But it's him. He's not going to be touched. The rest of you have to worry about it. So, all right, who got a 15 to 20?
17.
7.
I also have a 7.
Yeah, but I need that when we. Alright, Ionis, you're first. I will. What did you get? 11.
Since I already have my dagger out, I'm gonna actually take out the sword with the dagger so I can do the combo.
So, picture in your mind this large shelf with a massive mouth and a tongue flashing and swishing about, chains dangling and spinning around with large books attached to them. Ionis, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to take the dagger, throw it first, and walk up and then stab it with the sword.
These are your 2 attacks.
Yep. And that's going to be the vampire.
Your character can do what? You can.
It's the dagger, and then he has a short sword. So
First one, the second one is, unless you got a special ability, second one you don't have your modifier. Right?
Yeah, it's only dex, no proficiency.
Right there.
So the first one would be with the dagger.
You're throwing the dagger first. The vampire dagger.
No, it's the short sword is a vampire.
Oh, the short sword.
So the dagger, I'm
Got
just
it.
it's the venom.
You're throwing the dagger first.
Right.
Okay.
So that is a plus, so 14.
That actually hits. Roll for damage.
And does anybody buy it? Or
Yeah,
anything?
salt is.
So I'm gonna do sneak attack for that one. That's 11 damage.
Okay. Nice.
And then put me up next to it.
Yep.
That one.
That one. And you swing blindly and you miss completely. All right, now you're in good close range for me. Sparky, you're up. Lots of tentacles. Hint, hint, lots of attacks.
Oh wait, I still can move. Sorry. You moved up? Yeah, I moved up. I still can move.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yeah. I can move back.
I'll make an opportunity attack.
Because I hit with the swashbuckler. So just moving one back.
Sparky says, maybe it just wants books.
I hate book.
I don't want I don't want to give up my I'm gonna hold an action. I tell someone, give it a book, and I hold an action to use a magic stone if no one gives it a book by the
Give it a book already.
it goes. Not after we can.
Oh, yeah.
So you're holding the action to do what?
Until so if someone tries to give it a book and it doesn't work, then I have to.
Okay, sounds good. All right, it is the book's turn. Here we go. I'm not even wasting my time to this side. It's gonna get multi-attack. One of the books come flying out like a flail, swinging at you. Dude, you love it. It's right sitting there watching this mess. Does a gets the hits. And each does a 14 hit you? Okay, and its second flailing book comes down at you. What? 20. What? Nah. So you're automatically going to take melee damage, 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and then you roll for more damage.
I don't think it was books. It's spitting them out.
5 and 10 more bludgeoning damage. That's double.
Using the books as a weapon.
You get cracked across the face with this. That's its 2 turns.
No.
Oh.
1 HP.
Ow.
Alan, you're up.
Okay,
You
so
see, yeah, he's getting his ass kicked.
I'm gonna stand in my nice place on the far side of the room and try to shoot it.
That's
21.
it. That's a hit.
Okay. 8 damage.
Good job. Okay. It's not bloody just yet. Anything else, Alan?
I'm gonna stay right. Actually, no, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna stay right where I am.
All right. Assault.
So we'll kind of like wipe the blood off, reach out to touch it, and cast inflict wounds.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Good spell.
See if it hits.
Hopefully.
Is a 13 hit?
No, just missed it.
No.
Sorry, buddy.
That's okay.
Anything else? Give a bonus action to walk away with an opportunity attack.
I'll reach down and grab the book.
Okay. No, that's gonna be next early. All right. Top of the order, Ionis. You can tell Salt is badly injured. There's blood and the white fur coming down the side of his face. You've never seen this before. The Dungeon Master has never seen this before. So,
He went down last one.
Yeah, you did go down last.
oh, that's right. Yeah. So,
Like the last session? Beat him up. Alright.
I am going to. Actually, how does the mimic book look? How's it looking?
it looks okay. It's moving around. The chains are flailing about. Its tongue is lashing all around its mouth.
Put me next to Salt. And I'll give you my last healing potion. It just here, but put it down your throat.
That's your turn?
Yep. And
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. You were there anyway.
Yeah, I was there.
So you're next to him. That's your turn? Okay.
that's 5.
He grabs onto Salt and throws him back. I don't have a lot of
Oh,
strength.
man. That's going to be... But you're so small and he's so fucking big.
But I have my armor and magical strength.
Explain, what does that do?
I can use a charge to use my intelligence rather than my strength.
Okay, let's do that. What's your constitution?
Constitution? 14.
Your DC is going to be 14 to pull him back.
Okay, so 3. I use a charge. So what you'll see is one of the stones that I had embedded into my leather armor starts sparking. There's a burst of electricity as I use that as my strength, and
Come on,
I
spark
got
it.
a 5 total.
Yeah, he's just so big you can't. You're pulling your buddy trying to pull him out. So you feel that. But it is this creature's turn, and it's going to share 2 attacks. Its tongue is going to lash out towards you. I'm going to use this dice. Watch this high roll. Because it's time. Let's see, it's a 16 plus and 20, dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. Let's see, there it is. 6 plus 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
And Salt goes down.
Unfortunately, Salt falls down.
In my hands?
Yeah, he falls. You think that you hurt Salt as he falls, and Salt falls down to the ground, unconscious. Next up is it's got one more attack. Its other flail is coming towards you. Is that you? Yes, that is you. And I'm gonna use a red dice.
Good.
That one?
Saw that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
What is it? Say it loud.
It's a natural 20.
With the book, you take 8 points straight out the back of bludgeoning damage. And this is going to be 8 plus 2. And lucky. 3. 6 points of bludgeoning damage on top of the 8.
6.
Yep. Alright. Alan.
Alright.
I need 10-sided dice. 6 to 10, something awesome happens for you.
5.
Okay. You felt that your magic hand might have been coming back, manifesting, but it disappeared. That feeling. Okay, what would you like?
Alright, so I'm gonna roll an attack. I'll take care of you after a couple of days.
Don't worry about it.
16 to hit.
That is a hit,
Really care, so 8 damage.
and it is bloody. Okay. Anything else?
Bonus action to inspire song.
Okay.
Death save. Go.
I fail.
What did you get?
3.
Oh man. All right. Next up is that was Salt's turn. Ionis.
Yeah, remember for when I'm not doing those things.
That's true.
We're gonna get you up in a minute.
Yeah, I actually have the med kit, so I'm gonna use that to stabilize you.
For your turn.
Yep. And
Make the. You have to make a roll for that.
No.
Okay.
but I am gonna move myself back with disengage bonus action.
Okay. That's your bonus action, and then the other action is going to go behind. Right. Okay. Sparky.
Sparky, with tears in his eyes, jumps over Salty. Screams, Salty, no! And lets out this draconic roar, just screaming at this creature. That's my bonus action to give until the end of my next turn. You and your allies have advantage attack rolls against those enemies that can hear.
You can hear it.
Okay, and then I reach out with a shocking grasp. That's a dirty 20.
That is, yeah, you do it. You grab onto the wood shelving, and your electricity goes. Go for it.
I think it's a D8. It's just yeah, it's a D8
Damage.
Oh, also I had advantage, so I'm just roll it in. I got a natural 20 on the advantage.
All right. There you go.
Alright, so it's a D8 normally for the shocking grasp.
And it's very bloody.
I
And you guys see electricity flying all over the place, and he's screaming. "Ah!" And go ahead.
And there was a 3 on the roll. Do I roll twice?
Yeah, it's double damage. So what's the max damage you can do with shocking touch?
8.
So you took the 8, right?
And I rolled a 3.
A 3, so 3, it's 6 more. At that moment, in the shock, there's a flash of light. You guys are blinded for a brief second. And as your eyes start opening up, you see this bookshelf falling over with books everywhere.
Yeah.
Standing on top, triumphant, is Sparky, breathing heavy and smoke coming from his hands. And he destroyed it. And at his feet is a golden book.
Beautiful.
I pick up the book. Or actually, are you stabilized?
I'm stabilized, but I'm unconscious. You didn't know, but I'm like, I'm stabilized. I'm like conscious. So
Salty, I got you.
like, lost his life right
I
now.
see a theme with him. The last game, he took out that radiant creature really quick. And this one,
It's like back and forth.
once in a while, he just steps up to the plate. And the book, as you see, it has a letter L on its spine. One of the book chains broke off from this creature that was totally destroyed by Sparky. It can be used as a weapon. The title of the book that is attached to this chain is To Crack a Shell. And it's 1d8 bludgeoning. The user who uses it gets a +1 to hit, and whenever they hold this book on their person, they get a +1 on intelligence checks. It's called Book of Flail. +1 to hit, 1d8 bludgeoning. And you also get a +1 on intelligence checks.
Can the dumb one have it?
There's 2 dumb ones.
Well,
Also, what is a simple or martial?
yeah, what type of weapon is it?
It's a flail. It's like a regular flail. But the specialty is that it's got the little bonuses to it.
There's no bonuses to it.
It does have bonuses. The +1 to hit and a +1 on intelligence checks while you have that book on your person.
I mean, is a flail simple?
I think it's martial.
Oh, then
I don't know. You just gotta check it. He's pulling it up.
That's good.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Nice match with Sparky.
Book mimic took it down.
It is a martial, so
Oh yeah, I can even use it.
I can use martial.
To you?
Can you?
You want to have it?
You're a bard, right? Yeah. You only get longswords or rapiers for martial.
I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
I think he'd probably be the only one that could use it.
Okay.
So you want to put it in your inventory. It's called book foil.
Book foil?
That's right. +1 to hit, +1 on intelligence, and 1d8 bludgeoning.
And that's the only book that's doing so much help.
Unfortunately for you, my friend. It is. I know what you're looking for. There's nothing else of value in this room for the sake of time, ladies and gentlemen, except for scorched books, destroyed book mimic, and a hyperventilating kobold staring at everyone like, I told you, motherfuckers! I took that creature out of that cave.
That was epic.
That was epic. And he did it again. I don't know where he freaked out.
And that's like, sports center.
All right, there's nothing else of value in here. So your other options are.
Are you alive? Do you have points?
I have 1 HP.
So yeah, he's very injured.
I don't have anything.
Does anyone want to try something to help him out?
Yeah.
Give him a loving hug.
I'm all out.
Trying to see how many healing potions I have. I think I only had.
This one really.
As we're leaving this, there was nothing like on.
I know what you're looking for. Not here.
Okay.
Not here.
See,
You might be pleasantly surprised on the low levels.
Yeah, so I had 1 and I'll just give it to you.
Okay, there's nothing else of value on here, right? So what we're going to do for the sake of time is
Go downstairs.
we're going to go downstairs to the next level. So with that, we're going to take a break. I'm going to set up the next piece, and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, Walter. Thanks, bro.
Guys,
Let's do this. Let's finish this shit. Descending the stairwell finds you at the basement level of this mansion. At the bottom, ignore the man behind the curtain. At the bottom stands a door directly in front of you, with another hallway observed to your right. There's a second door near the center of the west wall. The basement is unnaturally cool. You hear multiple cats throughout certain rooms, but you can't pinpoint which room. So, where would you guys like to go? You've got one door in front of you, a corridor goes to the right, and another door to your right.
I am red.
That door in front of you is not red.
On our way down here, just to keep it up, I'll ritually cast Detect Magic again. I get little sparks.
Nope.
Okay. Go into the hall. I say we go to the door over there. Door at the end of the hall.
That one or
Okay. Who's going to stand in front of the door?
Sure. Salt needs a break.
sure, why not? Yeah.
Sparky's looking at all y'all, just two of y'all are haggard, and I don't know how you're looking.
I have not been hit.
Okay, well, me and you were fresh.
That wasn't a dare.
But Sparky just says, maybe we go slow, methodical.
Yeah, want me to check for traps and then just step back.
Make that roll, please.
Yes.
That's 11.
DC 10. You're looking at the door, you see no traps, but there's a weird liquid on the door handle itself. It's clear. It seems pretty thick. It's like a glaze.
Alright. Liquid, door handle.
Only we had a mage hand.
Well, we're gonna do the next best thing. So I'm gonna take the flag out
You gonna soil a flag?
Don't you have a staff or a stick?
Yeah, but depending on how hard I hit it with stuff, everything goes boom.
Why hit it? Just push. Do you need somebody to finesse it?
No, I can finesse it. It's going to be, if I understand correctly, I have to slam it on the ground to make it.
That's how it activates it. You use it once a day.
No.
Yeah, maybe not that.
He pulls out a sword and just pushes.
No. I understand. I understand what you mean. I'm just clarifying. So actually, you know what? I'll just use my crossbow. Push it up with a crossbow.
The handle slides down. Your crossbow gets covered with some liquid. The crossbow, the bolt, right? The bolt actually starts to disintegrate as it wipes off a lot of this strange chemical that's on it. The door creaks open. So make sure you take that.
Good call. The bolt or the crossbow?
What were you using? The crossbow, you said, right?
Yeah.
Your crossbow is disintegrated.
Okay.
That's why I sort of gave you an option to say bolt or whatever. You were being honest, which is going to appreciate it. The air here smells of astringent chemicals. There are long wooden tables that take up most of this room. They're laden with vials and beakers, flasks holding all various liquids and powders. There are books scattered between these and the glassware on these tables, filled with chemicals. There's yellow paper charts and blackboards full of complex formulas on the walls. Several clay shapes sit on the tables in the middle of this room. They range from a rudimentary shape to a barely humanoid shape to one clay shape looks like a winged creature similar to human, as if it's sleeping. It looks so real. The sculpt is so amazing.
Yes. Homunculus. Cumin's friends, family, cousins. I start poring over the chalkboards, the books.
All right, let's go. Slow down, chat.
Okay.
So you put him over by the chalkboard.
I want to
Salt, what do you want to do?
No. Keeping you right behind that. Yeah.
You don't want to come in?
No, I look, you guys are lovely, and I love each and every one of you. But I'm sick and tired of getting messed up.
Sparky say, "Don't touch it. Let me understand."
He's not gonna touch. Salt's not gonna like.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna look through, but like he's not gonna mess with the homunculus.
Okay. Salt, the table you're standing at, actually, you see a red key. The body of the key, the main round part that you hold, resembles the outlet of an outline of a demon's head with the horns. There's also a red monocle with a very thin black chain attached to it, next to the red key. There's sorts of inscriptions and writing that are very faint that have been scratched into this red monocle. Do you read Infernal?
No.
Cool. You really can't tell what that says. All right, Ionis, what are you doing?
Ionis, come here. Your shirt matches this writing.
Do I have to?
Or I can bring it to you.
Would you mind?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, you have the monocle. You recognize this monocle as it's a monocle that if anybody wears it, they can read Infernal.
Actually, come here. I'll put the monocle up to you, to your eye, and I go, "Can you read this?"
And you can.
He reads it.
It says "Death Crawlers."
Alan.
I'm gonna walk over to the book on the table there.
Okay. There is a book, and underneath that book is a gold book, looking very similar to all the others. Glancing at that book, Alan, the spine has a single letter. The letter is B. B as in boy. B. Right. Yep. Okay. You, sir.
I was checking out the writing on the chalkboards first. I want to understand, the construction of these things, or if
you start doing some research and looking at this chalkboard. If you give me an intelligence of 13, that's what it says, or Arcana, whichever's higher, 13 DC.
I got it. Okay.
That is a 14.
That's just what you needed. The main goal of the research here,
On the down low.
this whole room, is primarily used to create humaculi.
Soaking it in.
And you're taking it in, and you're looking at the paper charts, and they go over chemical science, alchemy, and demonic summoning.
That was unexpected. Plenty of information on the homunculi. Salty, we will make one soon. But also demon summoning.
It's nice to have a friend.
Is it an infernal writing too? Is there some stuff?
No, it's just regular, yeah.
Alan pulls out his notepad and he writes the demon.
And the three clay shapes, one looks like a football that somebody's trying to hold. The other one sort of looks like a Pillsbury Doughs kind of thing, but it's not finished. And the last clay shape on the table is a creature very similar looking to Cuban, but it looks like it's sleeping. It's so realistic, but it's clay.
Okay. Before I touch that, I want to check out the last bit of information.
Put your character there. Salt.
So we'll walk around, like, check for any secrets in the room or anything else. Like anything hidden.
Yeah, you see there's nothing else of value in this room. Okay. And that goes for all of the rest of you. There's nothing else of value in this room. You have some of the main ideas, you have some of the main objects. So,
Okay, I'm gonna walk over here. Sparky, and I'm gonna say, as nice as our friend upstairs was, perhaps this one might not be so nice.
Homunculus needs several ingredients, a gem. They're not all inherently evil. Putting a demon in one might be, or a devil in one might be bad.
He consults his notes. Yes, that's bad.
you can tell by the third one that almost looks real, and this one may be almost real.
So is there anything else to glean from that chalkboard, I guess?
No.
Okay, so can I go to the homunculus? There's only one that looks complete, basically.
Looks like it's sleeping.
I know what is required to make one work.
Okay.
Can I find that?
In this room, let's do a Arcana check with you as you're standing next to this humaculi.
That was 13 on the die.
Okay. Looking at this clay figure in the charts, your assumption is that this thing is actually complete. And what you know about humaculi is that the owner can only have one. So
I imprint.
okay. What are you gonna do with this clay one that looks like it's sleeping?
I give it a little spark, but the kind of like my magical energy into it.
Okay. Doing so, the rest of you see no movement. You see Sparky, his hand lights up, but you see the eyes of this clay figure open up and very tiredly close down. So you know that this thing is getting attuned to you.
Okay, so I cradle it
Like a baby.
like a baby.
That's pretty big for you, but it's like the size of a football.
Okay, well I
The character has a backpack?
yeah, I have backpack.
See,
Baby Bjorn.
I see you have a new
I
son.
have backpack.
So, off game, you have to get attuned to this thing. The next game you play, you will have a full humaculi. You can name it, describe what it looks like, and have all the stats that you find online and stuff. So,
Okay.
unless you die.
You have a reason to live.
So, yeah, it has all the ingredients and elements in there that Bastania put together. But if your homoculi dies, no matter what level you are, what health you are, you die too. And homoculi have very low health.
If it dies, I die.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it going to be any? We can talk about it later, I guess.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it. Okay. And there's nothing. The rest of these aren't non-operational.
Yeah, you can tell the other ones don't have a certain agreement to the life force that would come out. So yeah.
Salt's over there scoping a ship out of a worm. That's it.
Yeah.
What is the other book that was on
You're
top
gonna enjoy the next follow-up on this campaign, which I'll talk about later. So yes.
The other book that was on top of the gold book?
It was just all books on alchemy, chemical science. That's about it.
Okay.
We still got it.
I'm gonna pick up the alchemy book.
Good.
Eventually, you guys have lots of shit you're carrying. I don't want to be too much of a pain in the ass, but just keep that in mind. I will probably use that against your guys' advantage in the next game we play, if we play. So, there's nothing else about you in this room. Salt confidently steps out. Let's get everybody out in the hall.
Sorry about that. I'm just, yeah.
I too am hurt.
Yeah.
We won't let you. I'll try not to let you die.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're in the hall. There's one corridor. You guys can go upstairs and look around the rest of the.
Should we see what all this fuss about a red door is?
Might as well.
Definitely.
Okay, that door's not red though.
I'm looking for to find it.
All right.
I'm gonna check where you are. So it is.
Let's make the roll, please.
Or no. Investigation. Sorry. That is a 13.
Yes. This handle also has a shiny glaze on it. It's some type of chemical.
Once again, same drill. Handle. And I'm
three
actually.
groups that played, only one other person like you that actually
Wanted to take it.
and they got it. No, and they were wizard. And they're like, oh shit. And so
Well, this thing doesn't seem like it'd be much good. I pull out the goblin hand axe and just.
Go ahead. I will let you do that.
Yeah, the goblin hand axe.
I will let you do that.
and as you click it open, there's no keyhole or anything. The door opens up and that axe just disintegrates and falls to pieces.
I knew that would come in handy.
There you go. Now you got lighter. Smart cookie. Salt.
That is awesome.
Alright. Let's take that piece out the way.
Yeah.
There's another corridor that goes down. There's two doors, one to the left and one to the right. You notice the door to the right is bright red, and there's heat coming from that door. There is a keyhole to that door, and you see heat waves going up the door, so it's really hot in there.
Maybe last door.
There is a door down there that is
Wait,
closed.
do we even?
Maybe no door. We don't even deal with
Let's see
that.
next door. See maybe more information.
So yeah, I guess the door that's not red.
Yeah. We'll check that first. See if we can find out what's in this door.
All right, let's move it. That door has a doorknob. It also, a latch. There's no keyhole, and who's going to open it?
Is it any stuff on it?
You'll get advantage on this roll. DC is 12.
Nat 20.
What? Nat 20! There's nothing on this door.
Oh,
It's safe to open.
Okay. It's safe.
Quotation.
Oh, you heard that, didn't you?
Okay. Thank you.
I'll go and. I feel like it's finished.
This room actually has a very strong smell of formaldehyde and alcohol. You see several cats walking along these countertops to the left and to the right, moving very carefully around these massive jugs of clear yellowish liquid, which contain themselves weird specimens, insects, body parts, all about.
I'm walking out the door.
You see, there's some of these jars contain a cockatrice that's been prematurely born. Jumbo maggots all squished together. You see a fire beetle, a long snake, a very small echinid sprout. Sort of makes you remember vermilion. You see a large jar full of these massive severed hands, and one that has a blue tadpole in it. Some of these jars are about 3 feet, some as big as 6 feet. But what really catches your attention are not the jars and the specimens within, nor the cats that are slowly sleeking around these jars. At the far side of the room is a sword stuck in stone. The handle pulsates with a yellowish reddish glow, almost an orange. That, my friend, that sword in stone is called Flame Tongue. I do this once in a while in my campaigns. To pull this sword out, you need a nat 20. This sword is badass. It lights some flames. It does kick-ass damage. The stats and everything are on the back of this card. No one that I've played with in all the other campaigns were able to pull Flame Tongue out in a nat 20. But since you are the last group, and if you guys enter this room and try it, I have a feeling that one person in this room might be legendary. So, I described the room, you know what's going on. At the far end, there's this one sword sitting in stone. There's nothing else that you see. There's cats, these massive jugs with all these specimens, and a sword in stone at the far side of the room. So, I need each of you individually to tell me what you're doing, starting with you.
I'm gonna go get the sword.
So put your character across the room. As you start walking across the room, the cats sort of look at you. A few cats sort of get up on their hind legs and put their hands in the jars and they're watching you. Other cats are licking their paws. And you stand in front of this impressive looking sword. It's a red handle, it glows orange and red, and the colors change. You feel heat coming from it. But my man, this is something of legend. You think you're ready?
Right.
Nat 20, no bonuses, no modifiers.
Okay.
This is a Nat 20. Hold on, let me get this sound ready because this is going to be legit if you do it. Nat 20. That Flame Tongue is yours.
Right.
Go.
No.
You can't.
Throw it on my back.
So, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
No, Sparky, you gotta put some back into it.
Okay, so hold on. So you grab onto it, Salt. Hey, listen to me, bro. No one has done it. But with your rolls tonight and the way you are,
I always get nat 20s on the
he
dumb
has the
shit.
big one. So we need a Nat 20. And here he goes.
Draw. It was close.
Yes.
Half of it.
Ionis.
You first.
Okay.
See, my dice were worthy. None of them were worthy.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over there to it. And let's see.
Oh, no! Awesome. Wow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's never happened before. He's the first one out of probably 100 players that actually pulled Flame Tongue out, and Flame Tongue is yours. Holy
Thank
shit,
you.
that's never happened before. Congratulations, my man. Wow. Wow. That's the first time. You're the first one. Let me see that dice. You deserve it. I knew it was going to be somebody in this group. I just fucking knew it. You can tell them what it does.
Can use a bonus action to speak this magic sword's command word, causing flames to erupt from the blade. These flames shed bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light for additional 40 feet. While the sword is ablaze, it deals an extra 2d6 fire damage to any target it hits. The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word again.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, no, that's fine. I have too much stuff in
That's pretty sweet since I no longer have a crossbow or my mage hand.
Yeah. Congrats.
I can hit something.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of jealous fucking players, bro. You don't even know. For the past 2 years I've been playing this. I've been inserting it into campaigns. Everybody's been doing it, and congratulations, man.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Loving it.
Yeah, at that moment, as he holds it out and you're all proud of him, and you're by that door, right? The cats start pushing over several beakers to the ground.
Get out.
You guys spin around at that very moment. All the jar with the hands, all the hands start dancing, crawling about the floor.
Every
Ladies and gentlemen, right,
Of course, yeah, gotta pay the fire.
it's time to roll for initiative.
Well, you win some, you lose some. Now,
You're enamored by your sword.
Those are nice looking hands.
You remember the hands that I did?
Yeah.
That was pretty.
One more. Crawling hands are always good.
Only I still have my childhood ability. Just turn on dead and make them run away. I use that to do more thunder damage.
Appreciate some of my thing status.
Huh?
Yeah, thing from
There's gonna be a lot of people in that room, my man, that will be very jealous of you. Because half the people on that
You
table
should
play
go out there. You should go out there and yell.
more than half of that
I'm
time.
gonna just pin it to my shirt and walk around with it.
No, just do it like this.
Yeah, go out there, just hold this up. Just,
That's the right bastard.
Yep. Told you, there's even a lot more. I'm definitely posting that online. All right, let's do this. My initiative. I'm gonna go back to my beautiful dice for the rest of the game. 13. Who got 15 and 20?
Oh, I didn't even know.
I'm just under.
2.
I got 17.
So it's your first time. What did you get?
You got 22.
Oh, I didn't. You said 2.
22.
Oh, 22.
So no, I'm not going. I'm going like third.
Sparky, I rolled a 13. What'd you get?
4. I got a 14.
Oh, you got 14. So, and then the hands, and then Alan's last.
Yeah.
So we have Ionis, Sparky, Salt, the hands, and Alan. It's the end game, ladies and gentlemen. You have a great sword. These creatures are coming at you guys. Let's do this. Ionis, you're up.
Alright, take out another dagger. And can that one?
Just tell me the numbers, by the way, because each hand has a number.
91.
91? Okay. Wow, these look like different.
After such.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright,
Solid character.
attacking it with a dagger, throwing.
Throwing it?
Yeah.
91, go.
Okay. And that's a 3 plus. 3 plus 6. Sorry, 3 plus 5.
Yeah, you miss. It sells off at the distance.
Alright, and I'm walk up to it with the
Short sword?
vampire one.
Oh, nice. What does the vampire do again? Tell everyone.
Oh, as long as I hit on it, I can get life back.
So it drains the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drains the blood and you get it back. So, go ahead.
Okay, that's a 14 here.
Okay, and that is a hit. Roll the damage.
I'm gonna put sneak attack on that one. That's, 14 to hit. I'm sorry, 14 damage.
The hand evaporates and explodes in a puff of red mist, and it's totally destroyed.
And I get life back.
Next up is Sparky.
Magic stone.
Okay, good. What number?
I guess the closest one I can. 93.
Go for it.
So that is 11.
And that is a miss. Anything else?
No, it was my bonus action to make the magic.
Oh, it was?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, I get behind Alan with his new sword. Fair enough.
Yeah, he's gonna look badass with that thing. It's like the guy from Game of Thrones with the patch. That's you, my friend.
Yeah, I want to make sure.
I think Pharrell, the elf you met at the beginning of the game, is very jealous of you now.
Oh, good. I hope we get to meet again.
Anything else?
No, that's
Oh,
it.
we already told
Just
him.
hiding behind.
I'm gonna come for him.
Salt.
I'm with you.
He'll have his new flail in one hand. Use the bonus action to make the anime shield go up, and then with the other hand, throw out a sacred flame at 92. You can make a dex save.
5. There we go, of course.
You take 5 radiant damage.
That hand explodes in a mess of visceral in the fingers, and the thing is totally destroyed.
And he'll use his movement to go up a little bit.
Alright. It's the hand's turn. That was 92.
Everything goes.
Alright. Number 93 is going to move up and close up on the new flame tongue owner.
Bring it.
It leaps up in the air with its long nails and goes to rake your face. Nice. Does a 19 hit.
It does.
And the hand just goes right down your face.
It'll go down before you have a chance to use it. Should have just read it in action. That's fairly dying.
4 plus 2. 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Number 95 is going to go towards Aeonis. Move it up to, jumps up in the air, goes for your face. Does a +5 to hit, does 8. Misses completely. Number 96 is going to go up the tables and go around towards the very back where Sparky is. Yep. Flies up in the air. Oh wait, their speed is only 20. No, he can't even. That's where he's going though. He's jumping on the countertop. Yeah, right about there. Yep. That's his turn. Number 94 is going to run up to Salt. Jump up in the air. Does a 9 hit? No, of course not. Misses. And now it's Alan's turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna pull the sword out and like light it like Beric Dondarrion.
Very good. The whole room lights up. Bright flame.
Bring it down and chop at it. Mesmerize. 30-20.
That's extreme hit. Nothing. It's just a fireball and blood and fingers as this thing gets disintegrated. It's gone. Wow.
And then I'm going to use my movement to run around behind this one so it's flanking.
Now, there's also a verbal command that's supposed to use to summon the flame, so next time for flavoring, think of something really snazzy next time. Well, okay.
Gotcha.
It's Ionis.
Vampire sword to the hand.
Go for it.
15 on that plus.
That is a hit.
I'll tap my. 15.
Wow. As the blade leaps in the air for your face like an alien face hugger, you slice it completely in half and hands fall down. Obviously, they have very low hit points.
As you see that happen and my life starts to come back, I'm like, okay, I'm back.
Sparky.
I am going to the one that's hopped up on the cabinets or whatever.
Going for you.
Fling another stone at it.
Go for it. Oh, if you roll a 1, you may hit the jar, but so go ahead, let's do it. There's maggots.
It's a 5, so 10.
You miss with those selling off these nice things.
But I don't hit. And then I'm gonna get behind Salty.
Salt. Finish it.
Well,
The book flail. I just had in my head picture this giant white cat man with a book flail and a panther.
Hey, you got out of 20.
Oh my god, and that's what yeah, it's totally decimated and this room falls completely quiet. Oh no, there's still one more hand. Yeah, that's good. I'm sorry about that. This one I'm just gonna put up a fight, guys. Fuck this. Let's go. Let's go.
Non-proficient unarmed strike against it.
Okay, you get close to it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. As a bonus action.
what it?
Does a 15 hit.
Oh my god, Salt is on fire. Go ahead.
I get to roll a d4 because I'm at the back seat.
And you hitting with your hands?
Yeah, with my claws. 5.
And it falls into pieces. Your beautiful white fur is covered in blood. And it is gone. And now the room falls quiet.
That's why I didn't use it. I was like, and even if I would, I would have still done it. So.
At that juncture, the fire is dim on your sword. The rest of you look around, and this place is a bloody mess. There's broken pieces of glasses, liquid, and small fingers, and other type of stuff, visceral stuff all over the ground. There's nothing else of value in this room.
Let's just get out of here now.
The door.
Yep.
The door?
So, question about the door. Do we even need to open it?
Did we find any other place to go to?
Oh, well, we have the books. We have all 7 books, don't we?
Actually, we do.
We have the word to get out as well.
We do too.
Oh, you figured it out?
Just mind you, if you say it, and if you think if you say the right word,
Wait. Okay, so, if we have the word to get out, we can get out at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently we might release something from here. If we don't take care of it, it's going to take care of someone else and not us.
That's a possibility.
Should not.
You raise your hand, and he doesn't knock yet, but Salt, you feel heat coming from the door. It's very warm. At this juncture, all you guys that are gathered there, you start seeing beads of sweat on everyone's foreheads. You feel somewhat comfortable. The rest of your party, though, is all sweating up. It's getting really hot.
And I look down at my sword saying, I have a feeling that this won't help with that.
Now, that door does have a keyhole. The handle is black compared to all the others which are bright.
Did you want to run by a key?
I just pulls out a key with a demonic.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, do y'all want to do this? Because we can do this.
Sure.
Any way you can heal, or you look like crap.
Me?
All of you.
Not me anymore.
No, he. Yeah, actually, I do have one more. Pops the last healing potion I have. 94. I think I rolled good too.
I got
We're gonna fail.
a weird idea. But we'll see how it goes.
So, the curiosity kills the cat. It'll be.
I can still, surround it in the lights to be able to make it easier to hit.
That will come in.
I do have this.
And you have the scroll.
I do have the scroll. I'll pull out the spell scroll.
We still have a couple of things that will help us in this. So,
Also an expeditious retreat. If you guys fail, I will.
We can also just open the door, look in, close the door. If it's,
That's
don't like
true.
what we see.
all right. I toss the key into.
Oh, I was like, I hit them both. I put the key in and unlock it.
You get close, you put the key, it goes in, and there is a lot of heat. You're doing so, I need you to make a Constitution save. This is a low DC of 8.
21.
You feel dizzy for a second, but then you compose yourself. There's a click. The door handle, touch is warm. The door slides. Let's take that piece out, please.
What's the word?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, demonic summoning.
First thing you see are the heat waves distorting your vision. This dark, stone-walled room contains strange objects of the occult. A 5-foot diameter circle of intricate script written in Infernal covers the center of the floor. There's an empty wooden bookstand opposite of the door at the far end of the room. There's also bronze braziers at the other 3 cardinal points of this circle on the ground. Whatever material the braziers contained has long ago since burned to cinders. But this room still has a smell of charcoal and sulfur. There are several coffins of intricate design which line the farthest wall. Behind one of the coffins is a bookstand. On it rests a folded piece of paper and a small black leather book. This room makes all of you feel uneasy. On the ceiling, written in blood, are the words, "Let the dead sleep."
That's what it says in the Infernal.
Yes. That was the infernal writings on the ground. Would you like to read them?
I'm gonna read it, but I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Okay. Reading it, the inscriptions is actually incantations for summoning something from the depths of hell. These are summoning circles to summon something dark, something ancient, something evil.
Should we just try it?
Having read or looked at the research on the summoning, was there any indication of how it works and maybe how to stop it? Or manipulate it?
No. Everybody make a perception roll. This one's high. I need a 14.
I got an 18.
I got an 18 this one.
Wow.
30-20 for
Salt is back.
Yeah.
Well, I got 18 with my plus 4. 12. 13.
This side of the room, he's too busy looking at his sword, and he's too busy. He's like, I'm home. You two guys notice in the center of this summoning circle, you see small shards of red crystal scattered about. They're so small that you guys picked up on it.
This would they look like the crystal that the guy carried out? I mentioned that. This is what the wizard had, something like that. Something like those crystals.
Really thin pieces, like it broke off. Tiny little shards, really small, like you can barely notice them. You're going in?
Salt is curious.
You start walking in. It starts even feeling warm for you. You walk in, it gets very hot. Your chest is starting to go up higher. You see you actually have your mouth open and the tongue hanging down to the side because it is so hot. Alan, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna stay in the doorway for now.
Sparky.
Doorway as well.
Okay, be honest. Now, you guys want to talk about what you plan on doing now? Or?
Yeah, I guess you go to the book and book it out.
On that side, you see that rectangle on the other side of the coffin? Yes, that is a shelf. On top of the shelf is a folded piece of paper and a black leather book, really small and black book.
I have a feeling as soon as I touch the book, just chaos is going to happen.
I'm gonna go up to the circle and try to like scrape off some of
And the rest of you notice Salt walking over. Salt, your body starts to sway as you start getting really dizzy as you're getting close. I need you to make a Constitution save. This one's high. This is a 16.
17.
Nice. You feel like you're about to pass out from the heat, but you don't. The inscriptions all around, it's actually carved into the ground, but it looks red, almost like dried blood. So the scrapings, you're just scraping off a little bit of the reddish blood, but it doesn't do anything. Unless you want to go into the circle.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You say the braziers are not lit?
Yeah, they're not lit.
But there might have been some in there, like the remains of something. Can I just walk up to the first brazier?
Put your character in there.
Yeah.
At that point, you start feeling somewhat dizzy yourself. I need you to make a Constitution save. 14.
I got 13 plus Constitution save, so that say 16.
You fight off this dizzy feeling, this nausea that comes over you. Looking into the brazier, there's sorts of ash, whatever it is that's burnt, that's long gone. You see small fragments of old bone pieces within this brazier. Bones.
I look at you guys coming in. I'm like, do anybody want to pick up any of those shards before I touch this?
It's so thin, it's like broken glass.
Oh.
It's really.
It's on the inside of the crystal.
Oh yeah, you gotta go inside that circle. Alan, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and come over to about here.
What's your character? Yeah. Alan, make a Constitution save. It's DC of 14.
Ooh, 12.
Alan walks into the room. His eyes flip back in his head. You get dizzy and you collapse. And you faint, laying down.
That's not what we need.
Boom. You guys hear the thud of your teammate falling on the ground.
I guess I run over to him and slap him.
Just put your character there. Adamus, the coffins, they're very intricately designed and carved. They look beautiful. And they have like a pine oil that makes them shine and glisten. But in front of you is a piece of paper and a small thin black book, like almost like a journal.
Can y'all get them up?
I'm working on it, slapping him.
What are you doing?
And I'm getting ready to slap the hand as soon as I see them get up.
Go over here. Sparky, get the crystals if you want them, and I'll just pick up Alan, put them on my shoulders.
It looks so weird because you're so small.
I know.
You throw on your top of your shoulders an unconscious Alan with all his equipment.
I probably would be moving a little slow. When I start walking,
You saw the shards in the middle of this circle.
Yeah.
You guys don't know what this circle does or what it's for. Only one person has an idea what this is used for. What would you like to do?
I can tell it's getting hotter as you get close to this.
Yep.
Thing, right? I honestly, it's too hot. I don't.
Just say, I don't feel comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable.
Fire, you fool. And I take the.
What do you do?
I take the paper and the book.
Okay, you grab it.
And-
Nothing happens. Go.
Let's go.
And you go out the room. Go ahead, put the paper in the book, move your character out the room.
Yep.
Everybody walks out safely. Do you close the door?
Yep.
And the door is closed. Okay, the door's closed. You're back outside. There's still heat coming from inside that creepy room. Alan is unconscious.
Pull out my water skin and just.
And Alan, you wake up. You snap out of it.
What happened? Did we win?
Something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Got another book, but what do I see on the book in the paper?
So the book is actually a children's story. And the title of the book says Dark Alliance. Some of you heard of this story when you were kids yourselves. This book is a story about two deadly predators, a wolf and a shark. And it talks about how they put aside their differences to work together at accomplishing a common goal. Now, it's just a story probably to scare children, to do their chores. But a lot of readers, the great readers in Candlekeep, believe that this book is actually an omen of dark things yet to come. The book's name is Dark Alliance. And you also have a folded letter.
It's foolish.
Read that first. If you're comfortable with reading it out loud.
Yeah.
It's very important information on that too, by the way. So read it first yourself.
To myself? Okay.
So tempting to peek.
Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about peeking at a letter? Yeah. I want to go back to the room, but I don't.
I just realized that I gave the wrong bonus for my con save, but I still don't think I would have hit it.
There are two areas that are very dangerous: the fairies and this room.
What was the con save again?
In this, by that circle is 16.
I'm
Into the room
having
is
trouble
14.
justifying doing anything else now. I can't think of any reason why
You're right.
it would.
It's logic. The other games I played, the same thing. They're all arguing. But let's leave. And most people, it was kind of
It's
funny.
good that we left those shards behind.
So what I'd like you to do is to please read this to the group very carefully and slowly.
I tried to summon materials to give Kun a sibling, but all that was sent was this red crystal shard. But I'm not a foolish woman. I've seen this gemstone before. This shard was a part of a greater, but now it's it's being used as a prison. Something apocalyptic is trapped within a soul of pure evil. I sense great pain and loss, but even a greater sense of revenge. No, I'm no fool. This shard stays put within the circle until I return with some answers. I pray that I'm wrong. For all living things in the forgotten realms, I pray that I'm wrong. Signed by Vestian.
But the wizard took the
Yes.
larger portion of the shard.
So that's not good.
Yes.
Oh, maybe not.
He's got the demon rock.
Yes, we should have.
We must go back. I mean, we have to go back and warn Candlekeep.
I think they already know.
Those screamings?
Yeah, there was lots of arguing and screaming as soon as we went through the door.
Well, hopefully it shouldn't have been long
He
time.
probably freed a devil or something.
Oh yeah, we might have been in here for who knows how long now. I don't know how long we've been in here.
Seconds, minutes, years. Who knows?
Is there anything else before we try to get up out of here?
Unless you want to go back in the room and disturb the dead.
Hard pass.
Is the door locked?
It's not long.
Not yet.
No, we'll lock that.
Clicks the door
The
back.
temptation of taking the flame sword into the room with the undead thing was very high. However, let's go.
I would say if I was a little bit more.
You guys feeling up? Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed? Okay, so you guys head up to the upper levels, back into the foyer. By the kitchen doors, Kuman sort of hovers out, looks at all of you. Surrounding him is about 9 to 10 different cats. and they all look at you. Kuman has a very sad expression on his face. Kuman wants you to stay, he says.
Cuban, I found cousin. Brother.
You hold it up and Kuman's head turns. That's clay, not cousin.
Give it time, give it time.
You feel that it's more than just clay.
Yes.
You know that, okay. Kuman's just looking at all of you. Even the cats are sort of watching all you guys as they sit. And they look, and you're in this main foyer. Been through a lot in this house. What would you guys like to do? Kuman's eyes are shaking like anime. His little tiny eyes, like sort of sad.
So we'll walk up to him and thank you for your hospitality and looks to the cats, pets them, and tells them the same.
Almost instantly, all the cats surround him, and you see them all rubbing around his legs and purring, almost like he's a god. And some of them are reaching up and touching him. And as you say that to Kuman pauses for a second, trying to comprehend what you're saying, drops his wooden spoon, and goes and hugs you with his tiny, pudgy hand. So there you got this cat, the panther guy, with all these cats around him, and this creepy-looking, flying, chubby thing hugging around his neck with its wings slowly
I'm
fluttering.
gonna do the weirdest thing I've ever done before. I'm gonna go and just hug you with all the cats.
So Sparky is that
I'm not a hugger.
Okay, so you sit back. So after a few minutes, and you feel a little wet in your fur, Kuman pulls back. There are tears running down his chubby face. The cats, almost instinctively, back up with Kuman in the hallway, stand by the kitchen door. All of you are in the foyer. My friends, what are you going to do?
You guys know the word?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Cumin, you have book on
Primordial.
somewhere.
No, book of Primordial, don't know.
I guarantee in Candlekeep there's something on
They
it.
will have one, yeah. That's why I've been collecting books.
We have a book to trade.
I have 3 or 4 at this point.
Sure.
Yeah?
Before you say anything, Kuman says, You bring back friends for Kuman? Looking all sad, and the cats is all starting to meow and stuff.
When we find your master, we shall.
I shall come back.
Kuman hovers down, the cats all surround him, and they all their eyes look upon all of you. What do you do?
Thank you, Kim. Food was delicious once again.
Until next time.
We'll see you again.
We'll definitely send you some friends.
Kuman is just looking and nodding his little head.
One
His wings are slowly fluttering the way they are. But he's sitting on the ground with the cats now. Little belly flopping over where you barely see his feet. And he's reaching out with his other pudgy hand, holding the spoon. And the cats are all just watching all of you. And apparently these cats love Kuman, and Kuman loves the cats.
I don't know the word. Ready? Alright, let's get out of here. Liberty.
Liberty!
Be careful! Apocalypse coming!
Salt just grabs Sparky and is like, we're going, jumps in.
Upon saying the command word of liberty, electricity begins to fill the air. The hairs on your head and bodies once again stand on end. At that moment, bricks begin to manifest and start stacking up on top of each other, forming an extra-dimensional doorway with magical lights and orbs flashing all around its frame. Within the doorway, there are waves of light, and there's a faint image of a library beyond. The waves begin to subside, and you clearly see Vastandia's collection on the other side of the library where you first entered. Do you guys go through, or do you stay back with Kuman?
Salt grabs Sparky and jumps in.
Move on.
Almost made it. I'll walk through.
It's making ridiculous.
I wave back to Kuman and I
Kuman raises his little hand, and all the cats raise their paws. And then you go through the portal, the entire group. Stepping through this portal, you find yourselves back in Vastandia's collection chamber. As the portal disappears behind you, the magical energies subside from the portal. But you find the startling discovery of Matreus the Wizard lying dead on the chamber floor. He displays a massive gash in his neck, and there's a pool of blood that coagulates under his head. Around his arms, large shards of broken crystal lay about the ground.
I don't think you wanted this, Sparky.
yeah.
The crystal. Blew up.
At that moment, a glowing mist begins to manifest around the floor. Begins to form several feet in front of you, and this mist begins to billow upward. The magical flames within this chamber in Candlekeep flicker, dim. First you see a shadow in the mist, then a shape, and finally a handsome man appears before you in the mist. His skin is pale, his eyes are dark, and his raven black hair is slicked back. His sharp features and chiseled chin only magnify his appearance. He's dressed in fine regal attire. He has a black cape with red lining. His high leather boots make absolutely no sounds as this mysterious man steps out of the mist before each of you. And at that moment, you suddenly feel the weight of his gaze as this mysterious man looks upon each and every one of you in turn. Frozen in fear you've never felt before, never experienced, this man speaks in a low and dignified voice to you all. I have been trapped within the depths of hell for far too long. For I am the ancient, the true son of Barovia. I am Constable Zerovich, freed at last. Survive this night you will, for I seek revenge with others. But when I return, the halls of Candlekeep will flow in. Strahd slowly steps back into the mist, and as he does, his body turns into a wolf. The mist engulfs Strahd, settles down, and the mist disappears. The main doors to this chamber fly open. Avowed come running in with their purple robes, and city Candlekeep guards with their spears, and they look and they see the four of you standing around a dead wizard. So, adventurers, I have to ask you this. Is this the end of your story? Or is this the beginning of something much, much bigger? And with that, the Joy of Extradimensional Spaces, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everyone who's watched. I want to thank the players who did exceptionally well. This was my last session running this game. There'll be a continuation, but it's going to start in October because of my job. I won't be able to work in September. I also want to thank you, sir, for being the one who finally pulls out Flames up. I want to thank Walter. He's behind the scenes, watching and editing. I'm Stan Smith. I ask you to support the store and watch out because I'll be posting other things online. I also want to thank the 21 other players who played in my other sessions. Everyone rocked. Everyone did an awesome job. And with that said, I want to wish you all the best of luck. Much love. Peace out. Bye.
Thank you, Walter.